Hey guys, it's I.B.B. Post commentary here today. Got a series of games that I wanted to share with you. All squadding with clan, and I think all of them are full squads, so all 6 of us here. And in this one, we are dropping in on Dead City, and we decided to split up into 2 groups. We are actually on comms for this, and so we're able to talk to each other. I don't think we're all on comms. I think probably 3 or 4 of us are on comms, I do believe, if I remember correctly. It's all sort of meshing together nowadays. But anyway, the updated mechanic on the rockets right here. You see that stalker running backwards right there? I was still able to get a good chunk of his health with that. And it's going to take a little while for people to get used to that. You can't just run backwards anymore. And I actually like that change. I think it actually is a little bit more realistic. There's really no reason why a bot should be able to outrun rockets, just in my opinion anyway. You could see, I think that was a Jesse, the I.B.B guy there, and I was able to get a good chunk of his health. Now that is one of the things. 3 of us came over here over to the left, and 2 of them came over on this side of the structure, and then I stayed over on the other side. And the reason for that is because I wanted to be able to get chunks of HP out of anybody that decided to come over this way and challenge my teammates. So this guy back here is just being a punk with the trebs, just poking his nose up over the top of that. And I decided, yeah, I'm gonna go get him. But then at that point I saw that Smoo over here was actually getting his teeth into him, so he just bailed out of that, to be honest. And so I decided to come over here, but I wasn't actually in time to lend some Ansel shield to help protect Smoo there, so he got taken out. So it was just me, and I think Patriot's back over here, and then Kill 'Em All is over on the other side of that structure. So you can see how many bots were actually able to take out just the 3 of us. And at this point, these guys are just over pursuing. He never should have came out from behind the structure like that and then allowed 3 of us to tag him. That's just really a bad move. I know you're not happy that we're over here. We're almost spawn raiding these guys at this point. And so you're not happy about that, and you kind of want to push back a little bit, but that was really just the wrong way to do that in that one. But you know, we all fall victim to that. I do that as well. But it was early enough in this game. You still had a full team. He probably should have just sort of taken a little bit more time. So at this point, I decided to come out in a ROG because I knew this game, the way that it was going to be over here pretty quick, and I wanted a bot to be able to get back in here as soon as I possibly could. And so that's why I brought this guy out. It wasn't situational as far as weapon versus bot or anything like that. It was just I wanted to get back into the action as fast as I could. So we've been able to take these beacons, and we really haven't had a whole lot of complaints about it, if I can say that. We haven't really been challenged all that much. And so yeah, you've got to get used. You can't just shoot through an opening and hope that your rockets are going to explode at the point where that bot is anymore. So if you shoot through an opening like that Fury did right there, your rockets are just going to fly by if you're not inside of a hitbox. And so that was game number 1. So what I understand from the change in the mechanic of the rockets is that each bot is assigned a hitbox, and each of your rockets has to hit inside of that hitbox. So when you fire the rockets, no matter what distance you're from, if wherever it is along their line from 0, and we'll take Orkans for example. So we have a line from 0 to 300 meters. Anywhere in between there, if it should happen, a rocket should happen to hit a hitbox from one bot or another bot or whatever bot, it will detonate and explode, and you will get a hit off of that. However, if it doesn't hit a hitbox from a bot, then it's just going to fly to its maximum range and detonate. And that started with the latest update that we had, and I can see where that might be a little bit more resource intensive to be able to, for the system to recognize and pick up on that. And so there has been a lot of lag since the last update, and I don't know maybe if that might be playing a part in it. I hope they get it figured out though. So anyway, now, you know, Orkins isn't all that bad. You can still hit some enemies. You kind of have to anticipate which way the enemy is going to go. Like right there on that Galahad, you saw me, before the Galahad actually switched directions, you saw me actually aim to the other side of him because I was anticipating that he was going to move over to the other side. And so that's what you saw me doing here. So in this game, this is a wide open map, and I decided to come out in my Lancelot, and somebody made a statement just yesterday, I believe, about me choosing to come out in the Lancelot for the past 3 or 4 games, and that is probably because when I'm squatting with my clan, one of the things that I like to do is I like to come out in the Lancelot just to help protect teammates if they're in a regular Lancelot, and also to help establish that front line, that front battle line. And it really helps if you're on Yamantau to be able to take that center beacon. Now you can see right there, whoever was firing there was not inside of my hitbox. He was just trying to hit me by firing to the side of the structure, and that just doesn't work anymore. You can't do that anymore. And there, you just saw it there. So I'm over here, and I decided I wanted to hold this beacon as long as I could. And yes, I know that, you know, I was getting it from left, right, back, and center. But I wanted to hold that beacon for as long as I could, because as long as you do that, you actually throw the red team off. You throw them off of their game. Whatever plans it was that they had, those have to be put on hold for them to take back their home beacon. And so that's what I did. That's why I didn't just grab that beacon and then maybe go somewhere else, retreat, go back to safety or whatever, because I wanted to be right there and hold that beacon as long as I could. I wanted to be that distraction for these guys so that my teammates, and that is one of the things that is good about squatting with clanmates, is because I know that when I'm pulling a tactic like that, those guys are on top of it, and they're going to be able to go, and they're going to be able to establish a new front line, take control of this game, take control of center, while the red team is out over there trying to mess around with me. So that was not a wasted bot, in my opinion. That was a good strategic move. So now what I'm doing is I'm out here with my ROG again, and I'm just staying, you notice I'm staying behind other teammates. Because one, if you do that, the targeting system is going to pick up on the guys in front of you. And so you're going to be able to put some fire on some people without taking fire yourself. Now, when you do that, though, you give and take on it. You kind of are obligated, in my opinion, to fire at people that are firing at your teammate. See how that works? So you're not just being a jerk and letting the enemy team, you know, take out your teammates. You're being strategic about it. So allowing your teammates to take fire that would otherwise be directed at you is fine as long as you are helping those guys out, in my opinion anyway. That would be the proper way of playing that. So anyone who hears me say that, and I've said that several times, I've mentioned that tactic several times of staying behind other teammates. And if you think that I'm being a jerk about it, well, no, there is a right way and a wrong way to do that. So I think at this point I kind of mentioned to the other guys that I'm on comms with, I'm not going to come back in here. You guys got this straight situated. I was actually multitasking while playing this anyway, so I think I was working on another video, uploading a video, and I was working on a thumbnail or the description of a video or something like that. So I decided not to come back into this game because I felt everybody had it under control. You can see our beacon bar basically didn't even move, and that is on this map, that is not easily done unless you have the enemy team that just sort of leaves, you know, but it's kind of rare on this map when you have both teams that just stay in there for pretty much most of that game. And I don't know if the one guy that they lost, you can see the scores are all pretty low here, all across the board. I don't know if the one guy that they lost in that game mech'd out, or if he just decided that it was a lost cause and he was moving on to the next game. I don't know, but whatever it was. So this is the third game in this series, and you can kind of pick up on a theme here, can't you? The first two were blowouts, so you can kind of pick up on what this game is going to be. Now, this one here, I did not come out in my Ancelot, and that's because this map is all about beacons. So I came out in the ROG because I wanted to go and grab as many beacons as I possibly could fast. And at this point, I'm noticing a trend with the red team. They're all up on top of there. They think aphids are the cat's meow. And I'm just going to go grab their beacon. Nobody even on their team had the wherewithal to go grab their beacon. And whoever the guy with the aphids is, well, he obviously doesn't know that it's really hard to hit a ROG with aphids. So if I were him, I probably would have tried to target somebody else. I would have moved off of there, one, knowing that you've got an enemy player back behind you. I would have moved off of that, to be honest, and tried to find a safer spot. But maybe there wasn't a safer spot. Maybe my other teammates were over there. So you can see where this is going. Did they even get a beacon in this game? I didn't even pay attention. Yeah, oh, there it is. There's one. But I know while we were playing this game, it was one of those things of, we were all asking ourselves, are they even trying? And these are one of those games where it's fine to play these games, but they're not really why you play this game to begin with. You play this game because you want that strong defense by the red team. You want an offense by the red team. You want them to be able to kick your butt every now and again. And this game just did not fulfill that side of my brain. It was like target practice, to be honest. No offense to anyone that was on this squad. I've never heard of this clan over here anyway. So maybe matchmaking just, you know, screwed the pooch on that one. Who knows? But it was a really quick game. Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. I have new gameplay videos every single day. Smash the thumbs up, thumbs down button. And until then.